Get the fuck. Yo. Wow, way too loud. Oh, let's just start over. Yo. It is me. It is Mick Motherwell. Live. I took last week off. Sorry about that. Who the fuck each other? The mustache is growing back. It is November soon. So hands up if cheers to you if you love men's prostates and you want to take care of them. Good God. Grow a mustache. Spread awareness. Educate. And that is what today's episode's about. By the way, let's start with a positive, fun fucking note. I don't know how loud or quiet I am. I don't give a shit. Let's talk real quick about the A on my shirt tonight. The Atlanta Braves, son, heading to, or actually playing tonight in the World Series. So they are in Houston. They're going to be playing in the World Series. The motherfucking chop. Go Braves. Stop me right there. Did I just chop a tomahawk? A symbolic tomahawk. Let me have a drink for this one. That was just juice. Anyway, I just spread a little awareness that the Atlanta Braves will be in the World Series playing tonight. The biggest championships, the biggest trophy in baseball all over the world. Let's go Braves. Let's go Bravos. Very cool up until that point, I think, until I started doing this, which I think the Florida State Seminoles, who actually pay the Seminole tribe money to use the name Seminoles. And again, I don't think there's much derogatory, by using just a name. That being said, hold on, hear me out. It's the Braves sounds like a good one, right? It's glorifying. It's what's wrong? Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Actually, this is how I do this, right? I don't know. Is a tomahawk chop fucking a little racist? First time I've really thought about it. And it's because I did it because I wanted to talk about how the Braves and that name is not the Indians. Which I don't. It's so crazy to me. If something's named like, the Scotsman or the Fighting Irish. Fighting Irish works. The Irish doesn't, right? It's where do we draw the line? This whole thing, this whole show I ever do, this whole rants and raves I always do is always about trying to find the line and trying to find the right place to put it. Like, brave sounds cool, right? It's brave, except for the fact that words change. I mean, look, there's a lot of bad words out there that have changed. Fag has changed, depending on how you use it. Anyway, I'm allowed to say that. because we're going to get to that part later too. Yeah, we're going to get to that part. Anyway, brave has changed. The word brave has fucking changed. And let's take the whole Native American thing out of it. Unless somebody has got something to say about it, I would love to talk about it. That's why I need just somebody always here. I'd love to hear what people think about, Braves versus Redskins. I understand. There's no pasty skins out there. There's no, look, there's not even green skins out there and calling them aliens. You know what I mean? To like try and justify the whole Redskins thing. There's straight up Redskins, not super cool, right? Like there's that one end. The other end, Braves, right? Braves got to sound cool until you change the word brave. And brave right now is what I see when I tune in Netflix and when I tune in this. And look, fuck this. Cancel me. 17 people listen to me a fucking week. It's fine. Fucking cancel me. But I'll say it. Look, this isn't always comedy. It's not always true either. There's people that, like, if I go do stand-up comedy, by the way, and talk about the pounds and pounds of cocaine I have at my house, people in that room, they laugh. They know I'm joking. They know it's funny. If I say this locally, like live, cops are at my fucking house. Because people think I'm that fucking serious. Chill the fuck out. I'm just trying to get comments going. I just try to do it live instead of fucking hiding behind my keyboard. Just chill the fuck out and listen. Brave is now, oh my God, that person that killed themselves and, lived with that depression and didn't talk about it and ended up killing themselves. They're so brave. They were so brave. Call me out. They were so brave. That's not glorifying braves to me. That's someone that's, you look, and before I get any further, and before you fucking you crucify me here, everybody's like, oh, talk about it. Well, we're fucking, we're trying to talk about it. And you motherfuckers are just killing yourselves. And then people are being like, they were brave. I'm not saying you're a pussy for killing yourself. Depression is depression. And shit's different everywhere across the fucking scale. But don't fucking tell my 12-year-old daughter or my 8-year-old son or a 13, 14, 15 impressionable motherfucker that and glorify this shit on TV and then fucking expect me to fucking, do you know what I mean? That's brave. The other ones that are so brave are these 15-year-olds that get pregnant. Yeah. The ones on TV making millions, embarrassing the fuck out of himself. They're making billions of dollars from being 15 and pregnant. Brave. They're so brave. What about the fucking pieces of shit that are, I don't know. It's just two sides, isn't it? It's always two sides. Going and getting an abortion, that's brave. Having that baby when you were fucking, that's brave. Stop with that shit. The Braves was a way to be like, tribute the fact that Cherokee County, the surrounding areas, Georgia especially, a big time Wally tribe, the Acadians, tons of fucking Native American tribes lived in Georgia, which we obviously stole their land and fucking oppressed them for years, and just, why we probably shouldn't say Indians. That's why I said Native Americans. Why is it that I get away with saying Indians? I definitely wouldn't say the N-word on here. Okay, we'll talk about it, guys. This is what I do. I sit here and think about shit, and then it happens. Go Braves. All right? They are just a team name at the end of the day. Right? Although you go to Britain, you go to Europe, you're seeing like St. Mary's football team, Atlanta baseball. Like, that's what you're seeing. Rep your fucking hood, rep your goddamn city, and stop with the whole cute fucking mascot bullshit names. Why are they called anything? I've said this before, go jumbo shrimp and shit. This man cannot be calling me right now. Bruh, I'll tell you what, I'll send you a link. You can get on if you'd like. Guys, anyone can join the show at any moment. The link is here. You can't fucking call me and shit. Who the fuck is this man? I know who he is. A great fucking friend. All that being said, just where am I at with this shit? What? Yeah. Let's start let's start back there. Why are we even called this? The New England Patriots. And then they call them the Pats. The fucking, I get that a lot of it has to do, by the way, back to the Braves, Atlanta, the soccer was like the Chiefs, the fucking, the Hawks was like, it's all Native American tributes, or started that way. It also turned into like, what in the fuck? And as I started, before I bring Ken on, was Braves sounds cool. It was obviously meant as a tribute. Obvious. But then I started to try and defend it. And then I used a defense tactic to, by the way, pick this bitch up for $14 at the Winn-Dixie store today. Wow. So this episode is brought to us by Bolana Vodka, which is just real racist how I just said that. See? We're going to talk about all this stuff. I'm going to be here for another fucking close to an hour. We'll fucking do this. Jesus. Fuck. That's for my OnlyFans. So anyway, it started with the Braves being like a cool mascot, right? A cool name for your team because it's glorifying and it's a tribute at the very least to the Native Americans from the area historically. And then it also turned into like, why am I defending it? And then it definitely turned into fucking Jesus. I'm gonna have a fucking stirrer up here. Turned into, why the fuck do we have mascot names in America? The show is American privilege. I definitely think we're babied, and look, we're the great experiment, right? That's what they call us. 100%. It's like, we'll put names behind these teams in America because it'll make money. I mean, that's capitalism 101. It's just call them Atlanta Baseball Club, and I'm fine with it. Let me yell Atlanta. You know how many people live in Atlanta don't like the Braves? Or like the Braves but don't like the Falcons? And that's just Atlanta. I mean, we can go to any city in the fucking world, especially anyone with a racist name. We don't like them. So, again, should never be a compliment. Shouldn't be a conversation. Because we were smart, we'd just be New England. We'd just be Boston. We'd just be Atlanta. We'd just be fucking Miami. And be cool about it. Check out the MLS. Just for an example. I'm not trying to be a dick here. I just thought about it. I got a few notes, and I'm pretty fucking ready to go with all of them. But Ken, my man, and I gotta say this before he comes on, not wearing a Braves jersey. Well, wearing a Braves jersey. But it's the away one. And it says motherfucking Atlanta on it. Ken, welcome in, my friend. How you doing, my man?
What's going on? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine, man. Perfect. Probably better than you can hear me.
Yeah, hey, this is an old throwback.
Oh, there you are. Well, dude, I only wear throwback. Or if I'm getting a number, it's got to be throwback because people get traded. And obviously, we had an oil one right there. But they come and go so much that it's like, I try not to get a number if I can help it.
Yeah, I mean,
like my Falcons jersey is Deion Sanders. You know what I mean?
All my NFL are New Orleans Saints.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and Drew Brees, I haven't got a...
Well, he's a legend. You can always have that jersey now.
Yeah. I keep looking over because in my spare room here is where I keep all my jerseys. And this one is actually hot as shit. I just put it on when I seen your shirt. So,
that's awesome, man. Hey, look, we're repping. You started right. Go Braves. You got the hat on, man. Everything's good. You got to tune in for this game tonight, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. 8:09, and they're in Houston. That's why I was wearing the away jersey.
Themed up. So let me ask you this: Louisiana, Are you a Saints fan? Are you from Louisiana area?
So we moved to South Georgia in 2007 after Hurricane Katrina. Katrina was in the fall of 2005, and we stayed there for a couple more years, and then we moved here. So we're big. I mean, we're originally from here. We just went there as adults, right? So, I mean, we enjoyed the games there, and so we kind of brought them back with us. But when we watched the Jags, we watched football. I mean, you've seen my living room on football day
because I live here. You know,
right?
I guess what I was getting at though, Ken, was Saints fan, Falcons, Jags, like wherever my area here, your area there.
Falcons football. And Saints are
yep. Oh yeah, they're rivals, so we can't like each other on those Sundays, whatever. But I think what I'm trying to get at, man, is the fact that from like Jesus, man, probably all the way up to like DC to like Virginia area to East Texas to Houston, Braves country. So, I mean, really, if you look at actually where teams are in location. I mean, you've got. Yeah, well, that's nice. We're minor. That's minor, man. We can't count those. I mean, but you know what I mean. Also, when we were growing up, you're around my age. It was, it was on TBS, things like that. I mean, it was everywhere. So I was asking, what's your affiliation to the Braves since you're New Orleans, but it's probably because kind of maybe the same reason a little bit.
When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2001, I lived in Atlanta and worked at Plant Yates in Noonan, Georgia, as an apprentice electrician. And so
I thought about making that the stadium.
In Noonan?
Like yeah, around that area, like some of these abandoned plants or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, me and my wife both grew up around here. The wife and I both grew up around here, so we're we've always been around these fans. But don't take off the table the Tampa Bay Rays. Have you ever been to that stadium?
No, so I'll give Florida. Florida counts, but Florida's got Tampa Bay Rays. That's the worst stadium I've ever been to. We can talk about that. That's the worst stadium I've ever been to in my life. Baseball, it's nothing. Indoors. It is the shittiest. It's baseball. And in Miami counts. And if Jacksonville had a team, they would count. But again, Florida / Miami are pretty new. 90s, I think.
Marlins, yeah.
Yeah, well, now they're Miami, but they won. They were Florida. They're now Miami. They've won 2 World Series. In the time that Braves have won the last one.
Since 1999, yeah.
I think they won in 97. Well, that's Braves being in. Braves last one in 95. Right, they were in 99.
Visit.
Right. Marlins have won 2 since 95. And they were formed, I think, in like 92 or so, around the strike time.
Yeah. Yeah, around the 90. Hey, they're about to go on.
And this isn't a sports radio, guys, that anyone's listening, but we're talking shit. And
all right, after the break, Mike Tyson will be on.
But no, man, my back was broken, and no doubt, like I understand Florida and Florida. Well, I mean, the Tampa Bay Lightning are the Stanley Cup champions currently. Do you know what I mean? Florida doesn't really count as far as loyalty and shit goes. That's a bunch of old fuckers moving to Florida, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to start talking about Tampa Bay's football team.
I don't give a fuck too much. I understand Tampa Bay's been there for a long time, and that's good. But like, when it does come to baseball, you can count these teams. They've won. They're credible. But when I grew up here, it was just Braves. Even in Florida, people like the Braves, know the Braves, but. Like seriously, that was all that was on. There's no other team between. There's no Tennessee team. There's no South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi. There's no baseball team. It's so everyone from Louisiana to Texas to everywhere is just like Braves, and it's like why, how, and then you get to start thinking about it. It's like that's your most regional team. It's a fucking 700, 15-hour drive away.
You want to know how to tell at any given time what city you're in? Go to the Walmart and whatever team is on the t-shirt,
that's it. Yeah.
That's the city you're in. I mean, and I know this because I left Florida one time on a road trip, shorts and t-shirts. By the time we got to Tennessee, I was buying sweatpants and hoodies and everything was Tennessee Volunteers.
Yeah. Dude, so I think it's cool that they, it's Walmart, it's regional. Get your fucking ass out there, but there's always Braves around, those places.
Go Braves.
That being said, what do you think about my little rant coming in about how, Braves sounds good and all that, but now that we're having the conversation, I just don't think fucking we should have mascot names.
And just go by city names?
100%. I think if Camden, we live in Camden County, Georgia, for anyone that's listening, not locally, thanks.
Well, I mean, there are some listeners in the UK, right?
Yeah, and I have I've got a list of fucking tons of people, which is great.
Two
countries,
in Nigeria and one in Syria, right?
I've actually had I've had a percentage of viewers. They're not consistent viewers. Most of my people are, through a couple of channels that I have, which I appreciate.
Spam.
James Tiley, shout out to him. They do some South America and some Canada, but I mean, most of the people are American, but it is what it is as far as I live in Camden County, Georgia. I'm a local podcast for now before I get fucking any kind of heavier, which is great.
I mean, you're already worldwide.
Yeah. And I'm a professional because I make $16 a month. You know what I mean? But just call me Camden County. And I think experimentally, right? You'd have to do this over a period of 20 years, right? So if you hear me out, we're the Wildcats. I grew up as the Wildcats. I'll take that out. My kid will never know the Wildcats. They'll just know Camden football or whatever you fucking want to call it. That's all they'll ever know. That I bet you more people will follow their just town instead of this fucking Wildcats. I really think there's a tiny bit of our brain that would be some people will be like, I don't like Wildcats. Look at how many people don't like clowns. And we call them the Camden Clowns. They'd be like, fuck that team.
Sounds like our football team.
Actually, our next town over is the fucking Charlton Indians, who might have to change their name soon. So,
you think so? Is that in the works?
I'm just the Cleveland Indians. I don't think so. No. They're so small.
You're just saying with society,
right? Yeah. I mean, Cleveland Indians are not the Cleveland Indians anymore. They're the Cleveland. It's a pretty cool name. It's something like let me find it. Hold on, we'll do this.
The Cleveland football
team.
Oh, no, that's Washington.
No, they didn't do that. Which Washington I do think that's just call yourself Cleveland Football Club or something. Football team. Jesus. Indians, new name.
Or maybe we just do like the XFL and just let them, have wicked ass names.
They're called the Guardians. Well, that'd be fine too, man. But it's so PC nowadays that I don't want to sound like I'm on board that PC game, dude, where I'm just like, oh, no, this is what we should do, and this is what we should call them, and we should just be calling each other city. And this. I also think, why the fuck, if I fucking got mauled if I got bit by a shark when I was fucking 12 surfing in the Bay Area, and then my hometown San Jose hockey team was like, oh, we're the Sharks. I'd be like, fuck that. That's fuck. So why the fuck do we even have those names here in America, man? I think it's all marketing, which is crazy, but we could also just market the fuck out of the town.
Just Jacksonville football. Atlanta baseball.
I went to this is exactly how this relates, and I didn't think about telling this, but I went to a wrestling show with my kid. She's 3.
Like WWE.
The long story short here is yeah. So the long story short is my dad brought all my toys from 91, 92, 93. I was 5, right? 6. Wow. Brought all not 99 NWO shit. I'm talking Big Boss Man and fucking way old school shit. And he brought this shit out of all my toys out of the attic, and he gave them to me, and he's like, "Hey, put them in your fucking house, asshole." And I just brought them all out for my kid, and she loved them. I checked my phone, and WWE's coming to town the next day. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to take her. It's Friday night. It'll be awesome. She's a great time, and she's just loving these chick wrestlers. She wants to be a woman wrestler. She wants to be a girl wrestler. She's loving it. And I don't even fucking remember how I started this goddamn conversation.
Cancel culture.
Where are we at?
Cancel culture.
Yeah, but what was your fucking segue into this?
It wasn't my segue. You were were talking about changing names, and you
changing names.
Yeah, and we want your daughter to enjoy wrestling. I mean, it sounds like something I would segue into.
My kid loves wrestling. My kid's so into it. My kid wants to do everything she can. So far, so good. She wants to be a female girl wrestler.
She can.
Yeah. Well, here's my question right now. And this is a question for everybody. And this is look, we're gonna get in the nitty-gritty of the show because I just saw the time on it. This is what I do. But am I supposed to call her a girl wrestler right now? She's identifying as a girl. Ken, don't be scared, by the way. I'm not. I want to make it very clear right now to anyone that listens. This is not a dig at Ken. This is not me trying to entrap him. This is not me trying to fuck with him. This is us improv, and if you want to be on, you can say no comment. No, this is what I tell people before we come on, but I've got to do it live. This is you, man. It's your opinion. You don't want to comment, don't comment. But I'm going with it. Because what I try to do is I'm trying to be irrational to make everybody try to be rational, if that makes sense. But there you go. My daughter's 3. She wants to be a girl wrestler. She just dressed up as Sasha Banks for Halloween. That's what happened. I took her to this wrestling show, and she's, where was I at, man? She just wants to be a girl wrestler. She wants to be, it's amazing. She just wants to watch girl wrestling on TV, and she knows I've taught her some moves, frog splash, blah, 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 and she's into it. But, I mean, is that where we're at right now? Can I even say, like, you need to be 3? A girl wrestler? She's 3.
Well, I mean, at 3...
Do I encourage her to do it, or am I being offensive? Am I being intolerant?
Encourage her to do whatever.
No. Not wrestler, Ken. Girl. That's where I'm trying to get at. Because everyone's real pissed off about fucking this kind of shit. But when you simplify fractions, you get to a 3-year-old.
Okay.
You get to a 2-year-old. And that's when you got to ask questions of everybody.
Until she is old enough to make her own decision, I mean, what does the birth certificate say?
It says female on the birth certificate, but how fucking... I mean, they literally ask your occupation on the birth certificate. I would love...
Hers or yours?
Yeah. No, they asked... No.
What's your occupation as a newborn?
Oh, shit. I wish I'd have filled it out that way, man. I wish I'd have filled it out that way so bad. No, actually, no. You know what? They do a good job of making sure it's like mother, fathers, and they spell that out for you. Okay, they did a good job. That being said, man, we're not promised tomorrow. You look at your kid and you think about your grandkids and you think about being around forever. I mean, your worst fear is not being there for them. Yeah, and I'll get all that. Damn it. In hindsight, I'll tell you what. Next kid, look, because if you die tomorrow, you die tomorrow.
Right.
I would love my kid to read her birth certificate at 18 and just be like, astronaut? Who the fuck's going to question it? As long as just back to your point, you were like, what's the birth certificate say? So I'm with you. It says whatever the fuck I want it to say. Doesn't it? When I get to fill out whatever I want. I'm telling you right now, my next kid, I'm going to fill out astronaut and see what the fuck happens.
You're talking as their gender.
No, I think that's what you're asking. No, that's what I'm talking. You're right. No, you're right. That's exactly what I was talking about. No, I meant astronaut as like my occupation so that my kid can grow up and be like, oh my God, my dad was a fuck. If I die, before my kid can find his birth or gets legal right to his birth certificate.
They'll find out.
That's what I'm saying. Knock on wood. Then he'll open it up and be like, my dad was a fucking astronaut?
Mom's full of shit.
Mom's a bitch.
Yeah.
She's been hiding that insurance money for years. Yeah, dude. So what I'm saying, my point to your point, my initial argument to your argument was the birth certificate can say whatever the fuck it wants because I can literally write down that I'm an astronaut. No one's going to question it. Like a nurse isn't going to be like, Mr. Burns. Oh, fuck. There's my real name, everybody.
Mr. Mick,
you're not really an astronaut, are you?
You're not really a show dancer, are you?
Exactly, dude. You can put down anything, Ken.
They'd call your bluff on that shit.
I'm so sorry. I just try to keep it. What I try to do on this podcast is right for my stand-up. So I appreciate you being on for that. But back to my question for you. You're right. What does the birth certificate say? It says female or it says male. But what I'm saying is, you said as long as she's old enough to make a decision. The defense is we were born that way. We were born the way we are, and that's fair. Like, that's completely fair with me. As long as she's old enough to make a decision. My daughter makes a decision to eat fucking like lollipops, and she absolutely can't right now because she fucking will choke to death. So I'm making those decisions at this point. Literally bananas. I'm like, for fuck's sake. Like, so what am I supposed to treat her like? But that's what I'm saying. Where's the line get drawn, guys? Like, everyone's getting offended? Everyone wants to be equal. Are we supposed to just be like, it's a person?
No, I mean, in this case,
treat it like a person until it's old enough to make a decision.
I mean, I say she's a girl, and let her be a girl.
100%. It's a you know. I'm looking at this.
Unless you got like
I'm asking you. Deal. You have thoughts about it? Oh, I mean, she loves boys. That's what I'm saying. Like, she likes to wrestle. Like, she wants to fight instead of play with dolls. What does that mean? Is she a tomboy or is she a guy? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to figure it all out. I don't think anything of my daughter other than she's a 3-year-old kid. Do you know what I mean? I'm with that. I think that's where you're at. But I'm asking you if you have an opinion as far as maybe we're on a Rants and Raves page posting something, yeah?
I raised both of my children. I have a 21-year-old boy and I have a 14-year-old
Shit,
daughter.
no. You're that old?
Yeah, man. I had my son when I was 12. No,
you're fucking joking.
No, I'm kidding. So anyways, no, I raised them based on their gender, and my son and my daughter both know I don't give a care. I don't care who you love, who you want to love, and be your own person. And they both chose to go to stick with their birth assigned
biology, if you will,
your biological. I'm trying to be PC, but
assignment.
Like
your biological assignment.
Yeah, and my son acts like a dude.
They call it reassignment surgery, so it's your biological assignment. I'm not trying to hate on anybody here.
I don't hate on anybody. I'm just saying I don't.
No, and that's it. Then that's it, Ken. And that's. You actually said everything perfectly.
I raised.
I don't want to say I didn't expect it, but here's my problem. Okay, here's my issue. And this is me talking. And again, cancel the fuck out of me, boys and girls, or whoever you fucking want to be.
If you're canceling, make sure you follow my new podcast.
There it is. Hear me out, dude. Please tell me right now. We'll see it again. We'll make sure. If you tell me, if you text it, I'll put it on.
Oh no!
I'll put it on the page, or I'll put it on the stream.
No,
I got you. I'm just an idiot.
Still in beta. But.
So my issue is, what we just saying was, fucking hell. I'm trying to remember, but my issue
with trying to figure out what to let her be.
Well, no, my issue with what you're saying is you stumbled. I'm trying to think of the words. I knew what I'm talking about. I'm so sorry, man. I'm trying to find the words, just like you're trying to find it. I think that's an issue. I think it's an issue that I'm trying to say things. No. And I think that it sucks. It really sucks to hear. It's a hard pill to swallow is what it is. It's like saying if you smoke weed every day and you think you're cool. I'll tell you what, hard pill to swallow, you're a drug addict. Oh, it's not addictive. It's not addictive. You smoke it every day. You're altering your fucking self. It's a hard pill to swallow, but you're a drug addict. I'm not. You know what? You're not an alcoholic. You're a weedaholic, whatever you want to call it. But hard pills to swallow are hard pills to swallow. And the hard pill to swallow is the way the world turns. If you believe in biology, one fucking bit, it's male and it's female. Okay?
Right.
Gay is different. Transgender is different. Plants and life and ocean water and molecules and DNA, they can all be what? Look, they can all be that. They can all be the R word. And that's I'm saying the R word because I just couldn't think of disabled or impaired or anything.
Right.
They can all be that. And that's fine. And as long as we got smart enough to understand that, I just fucking compared all that to the R word. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is
we know
everything we are made up of can have faults. And the faults are the fact that what makes us go around is what's considered normal. But guess what? We have reason. We can be nicer to each other. We can be great to each other. We can. What you just said it. I don't care. I'll teach my daughter what the fuck is actually what makes the world go. Like, the science is this is right. That's all it fucking is. I'm not saying anything other than that. I don't think it's a defect. I think fate is fate. I think everything is great. But the science is there to say this is this and this is that. And I'm fine with it. But I'll love her forever for whatever the fuck she chooses. And as long as more people, I'm not saying like me, but like you just said it, that's how we do it. We got to educate and make awareness. Guess what we got to stop fucking doing? Stop bitching and stop making it about our movement all the fucking time. Did you see the Chappelle shit? Go ahead. No, please. Go ahead. I'm going to mute myself. Please talk.
I was just going to say that I think what you're trying to get at is that it's funny that we're struggling to find the words, but the reason we're struggling to find the words
is fucking bullshit.
Because
I'm going to offend everybody.
I'm going to piss somebody off, so let me think of how to say this. Oh fuck! I can't say a pronoun. Shit. Can we use adjectives? Yes.
Okay. Be cool for a minute.
It's so I get it, but the thing is if nothing else, it's a start because two grown men having a conversation. We're sitting here trying to think about. We have the consideration of your viewers and not wanting to get you canceled because that's $16.
It's fucking $16 fucking dollars. I want to make it right, Ken.
That's 7,200 clicks.
Here's I don't know. I do things here. I do things in life, and that's why I decided to start one of these. I've got a bunch of notes we're not going to get to. We might. I'll fucking talk for 4 hours if you really want. But
I got time.
Things that happen about it, it's all equality, and it's about like, two grown men having a conversation about it. I have thoughts in my head, man. Look, it's, sometimes I feel like, look at Chappelle. Yeah. He's made his millions. You know what? He's made his millions by very blatantly, very popular, making fun of black people, white people. No, I'll tell you what. Black people, drug addicts, gay people, and probably most especially ignorant white people.
Right.
100%. Fair enough. Love the motherfucker. Love him. He had a thing on Chappelle's show called Ask a Black Guy and Ask a Gay Guy. And if I'd done a segment on that, it'd be like, this motherfucker hates black guys and gay guys. But if you ever watch those things, segments, it's not supposed to bring people together by going, oh, let me get educated by asking this gay guy. And you're making fun of the ignorant piece of shit. You're making fun of the ignorant piece of shit that's asking Paul Mooney why black guys shave their heads. Or, the white guy on the street's like, well, do you like this? It's a funny thing, and you're making fun of the ignorant piece of shit. And that's the fucking joke. But today, and this was like 2003, dude. Like, it wasn't that long ago. But today, if I did Ask a Black Guy and Ask a Gay Guy, and the point was to make fun of the idiotic, ignorant questions, everybody be like, they wouldn't listen to it. Because it's a status, it's a scroll. They'd see Ask a Black Guy and go, this racist motherfucker's asking black people shit. No. We're trying to make fun of the idiotic ignorance that still exists in this world. And that's what Dave Chappelle has done. And he did it. He's done it for 20 fucking years. So he's popular for making fun of black people, gay people, white people, drug addicts. Hilarious way to look at it. Spread awareness. It's his art. But as soon as he makes fun of transgenders in 2021, it's a fucking issue. Do you want me to hit you with like 10 seconds of me, and then I'll let you know you can hit me back? Here's what I think, and this is me. You want equality? I'll give you equality.
Yep.
But not one. If you knew enough to watch his show, if you knew enough to tune in to his fucking show on Netflix in 2021, then you know for 20 years he's been making fun of, what did I just say? Black, white, gay, and what was the other one, dude? Drug addicts.
Oh, yeah.
So he's been making fun of addicts, all kinds of shit, for 20 years minimum. He's actually been around since the 90s, so about 30 years minimum. But you tune in and we're like, he's making fun of something relevant? Fuck you. Fuck you. And I do this like once a week on my show. Fuck you. There's my fuck you moment of the week. You want equality? Then shut the fuck up when he starts tickling your little fucking whatever you want to call it. There's my comedy on it.
Well, I mean, I'm sitting there watching all this happen to Dave Chappelle. What do you think is going to happen with Daniel Tosh? What about Daniel Tosh?
I don't know shit about Daniel Tosh. Are you thinking more about, hold on. Are you thinking more about, I don't know shit about what happened with Daniel Tosh.
You don't know Daniel Tosh?
New?
I mean, just watch your snow.
I'm talking about, he's fucking hilarious. And he's racist, white guy. And they're canceling him now. Dude, the guy's brilliant. And he's always doing is showing a little balls. And I'm telling you right now, there's a ton of black comedians that I've seen. I could probably pull up on YouTube, but it fucked me with copyrights. But I'm like, oh, that guy, like, he pushes it. And that's fair enough. Look, Chappelle's getting canceled everywhere except for Netflix. Louis C.K. jerked himself off in front of a bunch of fucking girls. It's still not canceled everywhere. But as soon as Chappelle talks about transgenders in 2021, I think he said something similar to what I'm about to say. And we'll find out if you agree or not. I think you will. I agree. I'm fine with you doing whatever the fuck you do and believe in whatever the fuck you believe. I'm support it. But when does your belief and my one bit of, or my any bit of, not agreeing with it, turn into, I fucking hate you because I don't buy into everything you're doing? It's fucking bull. I've lost friends. I've lost conservative friends who don't like me for certain things. I've lost liberal friends for not being a pussy. And I mean that straight up. And most people know I'm pretty liberal. I've lost liberal friends because I hate a pussy. And I think that's the most ridiculous thing in my life.
Well, I mean, I guess that's pretty odd. I mean, I hate a pussy too.
I meant not being a pussy. Oh, you ain't a pussy?
Wait, are you saying
you ain't a pussy too? I thought you said I hate a pussy. I was like, who's? No, I heard you. I heard you. I got you.
Did you say hate or ate?
I got it. I said ain't. It's like, you ain't a pussy? No, I don't hate a pussy. Do you think I'm gay?
Wait, are we talking about vaginas?
I've never hated. I'll tell you, I've hated a few pussies. I've never hated a mouth. We'll go with that. And we'll go from there. What I think is equality is where we're kind of at, and I understand that that's what we're trying to do, and that's what we're trying to get to.
You don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable.
Of course. That's it.
I mean,
that's it.
That's just it. Fuck. It's not your job to hate somebody else. I mean, why are you going to hate?
Right. It's not your. It's not your meaning, dude. Exactly. Go, kids. Please cut me off, man. We don't have to start with politics, but I think it ends with sometimes with the government and things like that. Well, I think it ends with the media, but that's controlled by the government. And whether you be liberal or conservative, it doesn't fucking matter. The media is just woo, and it's bullshit. And I think there's just so many ways to fix it. And I think there's so much. What's your belief or thoughts initially on negative reinforcement? Like, if you don't do this, well, I'm going to deduct $50 from your commission kind of shit. Like that kind of just negative reinforcement. Like, fuck you. You're never going to do this. But you kind of believe in a you know what I mean? What's your thoughts on that? Because I think that should fucking start happening to people that just get benefits.
Well, is it adults or children?
I'm not saying everybody. No, not kids. Let's take kids out of it. I'm just in general. Employees.
So, like, if you don't drug test, you don't get welfare.
I don't think that's super negative reinforcement.
Give me an example.
However, I do think that's No. I think that's enforcement that I kind of believe in. Unless weed is 100% legal everywhere, like everywhere, then yeah, I'm with you on that. You should not be high. Right. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're on unemployment, I am super cool with that.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't think that's negative reinforcement as far as, I mean, you're obviously on welfare already, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Here's some of the lines. This is what I do. This is what we think about. This is what we do. I lose my job tomorrow. This, again, Camden County. This is fucking a hypothetical. I lose my job tomorrow. I piss fucking positive for weed at the fucking employment office tomorrow. Or the next day.
The unemployment.
I can't get benefits. Do you know what I mean? So we got to figure out lines, right? Well, the thing about, I think this is my theory on weed. We can go wherever you want, brother. Let's go. My theory on weed not being legal everywhere when alcohol is, I'm not saying weed just should be. I think if alcohol is, weed kind of should be. But my theory is, right now they can't test it. Like I can smoke weed for the first time in years tonight, and then get in a wreck in 3 days, and I pissed some weed, and they're like, that's a DUI, and you fucking killed somebody, and that's involuntary manslaughter, and you're going to jail. And until they can do that, you're fucked. Until they just have honest handshakes, like, oh, thanks for the weed, sir. I'm not going to smoke on the way home or before I drive. You're fucked.
Yeah. So
maybe we should do like receipts. Like you have to have a receipt for your weed. So if you're in the car and you got weed on you and you don't have brand new weed on you,
open container.
And sorry, well, if you don't have a receipt for the new weed, like you're gonna smoke at home or smoke at your buddy's home. That's it. Like that's all you can do. I'm be fine with that.
I almost went to jail over an open bottle of vodka in the back floorboard of my car years ago, leaving a party.
You must have been a dick to the cop at that point.
Well, I mean,
if he's finding it in the back floorboard,
rolling around, you could tell it'd been in the back seat for days. And
I get that part.
It was from leaving a party, and I threw it in the back seat, and he said, I could take you to jail, open container. So if they just enforce marijuana like that, you want to smoke a joint?
I think that's. I think you're. I'm piggybacking off of what you're saying. Is all right. It's closed, right? But if I smoke a fucking massive blunt or joint, I guess by the place of my hands, and I drive right away, It's like, man, come on. Now, they don't have ways to test that, and they should.
Sobriety test.
They should figure that out. Well, the sobriety test works sometimes. I'd be like, what do you want me to do? Fly? I got you. But
already flying.
I think maybe you can go to a fancy restaurant and buy a bottle of wine, and I can have a drink, and you can have a drink, and we can eat a good dinner, and you can cork it. And I think it's 100% legal. Obviously, don't be over the limit. Like, don't be dumb. But like a corked bottle of wine with a receipt, you're like, oh, I think it's 100% legal in Georgia. To do that. So I think like they should do weed something similar. Like you got a receipt for buying 4 grams, and you got 4 grams on you. All right, cool. Like you're not high. Go home. What I'm saying is, if it's legal, then I should be able to just go to your house and do it. Now, granted, I shouldn't have to stick it up my ass to get to your house if you don't smoke weed. Do you know what I mean? But I think that would be a good compromise for people as far as legality goes and like trying to enforce the whole DUI thing. You don't drive around with it.
I work for a major company that has over 10,000 employees worldwide.
Oh, Jesus shit.
They don't test for marijuana anymore.
Yeah, so, and that's what's happening, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
You can no comment anything. Does any one of your 10,000 employees, this is like a 4-part question, have anything to do with people's health or drive crazy machinery or are any time in position to risk anyone else's life in their positions? And there's 10,000 people, so
right.
This is the PC fucking question to you, isn't it?
Right. And the 10,000 people in the company range from the outside salesman all the way to the guy working in a factory, and everybody in between. I mean, so it's a major corporation. It's a manufacturing company. And in theory, the people that are in the factories or maybe out
could be ripped as fuck.
No, if you're not
4 minutes, but they could get ripped as fuck in the car and then go clock in for a shift.
And unfortunately,
I'm not hating on your company as much as I'm saying.
It probably happens, but the thing is, also, they'd only test if there's an injury or an accident.
Right, and I'm with you. So here's my 2 points, Ken. This is my 2 points on marijuana, especially in the field, is he can get ripped 4 minutes before he walks in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he can go and do a fucking great job. Great job. Right? He can get ripped 4 minutes before he goes in there and does a terrible job and fucks something really fucked up or hurts something or injures someone. Okay? Let's take that one out. Let's take that middle one the fuck out and go, he can go in there 4 minutes, 4, 5, 6 days after he got fucking blitzed, and he hasn't smoked again since.
Right.
And he fucking kills or injures somebody, but he kills or injures, and he goes and takes a piss, and he's like, oh, marijuana positive. They haven't figured that out yet, and I'm telling you, that's why it's not legal all over the state or all this country, all this world.
You need to know right now, what's your concentration right now of the
right, exactly. And that's exactly, they can't figure it out. I could smoke weed right now. And
I'll be over in 5 minutes.
I'm getting pretty good. I got a good metabolism. Whatever it ends up being, I don't know what the fucking thing is, but I've always heard 30 days, right? So some fat piece of shit, let's just call him that, can go smoke some fucking weed tonight for the first time in 8 years and get in a wreck 4 days from now and somehow kill somebody. He pisses and there's like, oh, gotcha. You're fucking high on drugs.
Marijuana. You've been taking.
You're high on drugs right now. You were high on drugs when you did it, and they can't do it. And that's why they can't legalize it, man.
Yeah.
Why the fuck can we come up? How the fuck can we come up with an international COVID vaccine, but not a test to tell me that I smoked weed 10 years? Yeah. Money game, dude. Money fucking game, and the resistance is fucking strong. But I'll quote Star Trek, the resistance is futile because it's going to be over soon. But it's like, come on, it is money and everyone's seeing it. I don't even know why we're talking about weed right now, but goddamn, am I right? Are you right? Like, we're right.
Government overreach.
Well, government overreach, gets to this. This is my last point of the night, and we can talk for 45 minutes, dude, if you want. I don't know. Look, for anyone's listening, Ken and I have talked on Facebook. He actually, to be completely fair, I don't want to call you out. He viewed my show coincidentally one night and ended up enjoying it and enjoying us. And this was fun in the comments. He's fun to talk to and bullshit with. Give me your your fucking training. Give me your martial arts training facility, and we'll put it up.
Well, I mean, it's not mine. It's not mine.
Yeah. Where you going, man? Sorry.
I've been out since August with an injury, but it is Grimsley's Fighting Arts, and it's a family.
Grimsley, that's it. Yeah. Grimsley. I got you.
It's a family,
and that's on St. Mary's Road or something.
St. Mary's Road, right next to San Jose and Empire Tattoo.
Yeah, it's fucking dope as shit. It's a good place to go.
Families,
in St. Mary's.
Yoga.
I do yoga every Saturday, dude.
They do yoga at 6:00 on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Well, I think I was gonna tell you earlier. My daughter wants to be this girl wrestler, so I think I'm gonna try and take her to Grimsley's and see if she likes at least some of it. She quit dance. She was like, I don't want to dance. I don't want to be a dancer. I want to be a wrestler.
How old is she? 3?
She's 3, man. She'll be 4 soon.
There's kids that young. There's a little girl that.
I asked her. I was like, "Do you want to do fighting or do you want to play soccer?" Because I'll coach her because I've done soccer my whole life. And she's like, "No, man, I want to wrestle." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, absolutely. Like, please, like.
They got the classes
she's been
called
like
Mini
that
Dragons.
forever. I'm telling you, and I don't want to hijack it. I'm telling you right now. I have on my life, dude, on my grandmother's grave, on anything I can say. I have never saw my girl get hurt and cry. Like she cries about like when I hurt her feelings. I'm like, don't fuck like when I have to snap or so we have to scare her a little bit as a dad. No, I don't. But you gotta play that dad game. Never fucking once is she. What I'm saying is. Never got hurt and cried. And I'm talking like, that should have broke your neck, baby. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm okay. What's up? She frog splashes me. She elbow drops me. She just wants to be a wrestler. So right now I'm pushing it. And at the end of the day, if she ends up being a prom queen, I'll be like, hey, remember when you were fucking frog splashing dad and shit? What I do want to get into, man, is the glorious, amazing thing about our justice system. It's just so amazing. It's so amazing, Ken, that for 2 weeks now, the justice system, if you will, have been picking apart hundreds of people to make sure genuinely that 3 people accused of murder have the exact amazing, awesome, unbiased jurors of 24. So hundreds of people slicing them down. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, you think about our justice system from an alien point of view. Wouldn't you think that's awesome? Like they're doing 3 weeks of interviews to be like, oh, we're going to fucking pick a perfect jury for this case because we don't want it to be biased. We don't want to be racial fucking driven. We don't want it to be media fucking driven. We want to do this completely correct. Does that not sound amazing coming from like Armenia? You want to move to America?
Do we have a benchmark for what it normally takes a jury?
Well, I think that's... I think that what I'm telling you, I think is a benchmark. What I'm telling you is we don't have deadlines. We don't give a fuck. We do whatever the fuck it takes to make the perfect jury. So what I think is, you're not hearing me. What I'm telling you, Ken, is the beauty of our justice system is we'll take as long as it takes to make sure that we have the perfect jury. Are you ready? Are you ready? For a trial where, one, the murder was caught on tape. 2, it was caught on tape by a guy driving in a truck that I guess figured it would never get caught on tape before he, fucked his shitty. He probably fucked his fat wife for like 8 seconds that night watching the video, and he was like, "I'll bet you I can make $25,000 out of this." He should fry 2, and then number 3, I think I'm at is just the fact. You know what? I've lost my fucking train of thought because it's that ridiculous. I swear to God, man. Like, so let's get back to that, buddy. Let's get back to that.
It doesn't seem like the family's not happy about it. It seems like the family's not happy that the process is taking.
Can I? I'm not going to say everything I just said because I don't remember what I just said, Ken. But maybe if I edit this or get a producer that could edit this, what I'll do is make them do that twice and say, instead of "what is beautiful, wonderful, amazing," I cut you off by telling you, "No, shut up! It's the most beautiful thing ever." Isn't it the goddamn worst thing you've ever seen in your life? Seriously.
Yeah, I mean,
have you ever seen anything like it? This is what we're supposed to believe in.
I just
2.5 weeks now.
Yeah, I think a week. I think a week is normal. But I mean, there's.
I think fucking 48. I think 48 hours. Have you ever had jury selection?
Yep.
Yeah. How long does that fucking take to just get out of there? It takes like 4 hours before you just leave. Before you're not even considered.
Well, I was out in the first round because I knew the clerk of court.
I'm out in the first round. It still is 4 hours.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But I mean,
so you get it done in a day. If it's gonna take my fucking $18, son, get the fuck out. I've never ever seen anything like it, and I'm disappointed with it. I seriously am. Look, they could have done it undercover. In my opinion, I could never have heard about this on the radio or the TV or the news. And maybe that's what's killing me. Yeah.
Right.
But they're like, "Oh no!" Like it got to the point, Ken. They were like, I think it was Friday. They're like, it was suspended because an attorney had to take a day for personal issues, and then it will resume on Monday. It was like, maybe he had the shits. Maybe his daughter was sick. Maybe his fucking son was coming home from the military. We didn't know, but they were like, jury selection was suspended today because an attorney had personal issues.
You would think they'd have a representative.
Jury selection will resume on Monday. It's like, let's fucking spin it. Let's make Ken think that this fucking lawyer's cheating on his wife. Personal issues! Like, are you fucking joking me with that shit? Anyway.
And the problem is...
A month?
The longer that they run on with this, the more and more time they're giving the other side to appeal it. They're leaving themselves wide open.
I think they're thinking the opposite, man. Ken, I think they're thinking the longer we go on with this, the longer we can figure it out. What's your on? Look, we'll leave this in a minute. I got so much. We can talk again. I can do this again on Thursday, man. We got a ton to talk about. But what's your honest opinion on that? Like, here's what we'll do. We'll do a scenario, right? This is all you, man. It's all honesty. It's all Ken. You be you. Well, I don't know if they killed him or not. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he looked like a robber. I mean, he was running. He tried to grab that gun. That's what I keep hearing. Go ahead, brother.
Well,
he tried to grab the gun. He tried to grab the gun from me. I'd fucking shoot him too. That's what I hear.
I will be honest with you. I can't even begin to speculate how I would have responded if I. What was the guy's name? Roddy White or whatever. You know what? I care not, and I've actually made a point to not fucking remember. That's why I don't care. I mean,
Roddy White's the receiver from the Falcons, so I know it's not Roddy White, but I'm with you. So you've got me. You're on the same page as me, bro. That's awesome shit.
I don't know.
Rodney. It's Rodney.
Yeah. Rodney. Anyways, I don't know any of those guys.
Anyway, sorry, man.
And I wouldn't. can't even begin to speculate what I would do in their shoes because I wouldn't be in their shoes. I mean, I've always felt like if I had a problem with somebody, I'm gonna talk to them. Now, I might not like the words that are exchanged, but at least we'll know where each other stands. You know,
right?
I don't need to pull a gun on somebody unless they pull one on me.
My one of my initial podcast. Actually, this is actually what made the podcast popular, and I hate to say it like I exploited the man. But it was around lockdown time, obviously, and something happened in Brunswick, and bam, I had like 500 views, and it just happened, and people started listening to my opinion, and it was great, and it worked out. And but part of it is like, now look, I don't know what he did before it or after it. Right. Hold on, let me get the first point is, it looked like he was running. Like, let's take that defense right away. Looked like he was running. And I've said to numerous people, running's like a daily exercise. It might not be for you, but if I walked up to your ass in Arby's and said, fucking stop, N-word, or I'm going to fucking kill you, are you going to stop? Or if I said, hey, stop, you fucking shitty-ass Braves fan. Stop eating your fucking sandwich. Stop doing your daily routine. What are you going to do? You're not going to fucking stop when a gun's pointing in your face, ever. You're a fighter. Obviously, you're not. The second thing is, all right, well, okay, maybe he was doing something wrong.
Right.
Was any of it that they described? Oh, he was looking around building sites. Took some lumber the other night. He needs to die. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
none of it.
I don't think
none of it's punishable by death.
So I don't feel like the guys left their house that day with the intentions like we're going to go wrangle us one up and shoot them and put it on the internet. I don't think that's what I think they went out there, confronted him.
Fine with you feeling that way.
It went sour on them, and Ahmad, it turned into a scuffle, and the gun. I'm not saying the gun went off. Somebody pulled the trigger. Guns don't just go off. Okay, the Glock manufacturing company has been sued thousands of times and never lost because.
All right, I fucking sure hope you're saying that one.
Well, guns don't go off on their own. So
fact.
What I'm getting at is that guy pulled the trigger, and I just think it's a pussy move to pull a gun on an unarmed man when you don't have the authority to. I mean,
right? I think that's where it ends, man. Or not. We're gonna end the show in just a minute, but you're right. I think that's where it ends with me on it. It's like, fuck the gun, take it out of it. I think that's the defense for murder. I think that's not the defense for murder, but the grounds for murder. Hey, they fucking shot him. They shot the motherfucker. And you want to be a good old boy? You want to defend your fucking neighborhood? The gun's last resort. Last resort's the gun. Go fuck them up. Right. Go fuck them up, man. Rep your hood. It's ridiculous. I mean, I can understand it. And I just think it's insanity that this jury process it's this long. It's insanity, dude. We want to make sure it's perfect and unbiased. I understand the fucking trial by media shit. I hate it. It sucks, right? It does suck. There's video evidence that they fucking killed that guy, man. I mean, that's my opinion. It doesn't have to be yours. Guns don't go off, like you said, man. Oh, don't care. Everything's fine. Let's try to end it on a positive note.
Baldwin.
The justice system's just amazing. You want to do Alec Baldwin? Here's what's not positive about that is that someone's lost their mother and all that shit, and it's sad as fuck. Here's what I heard. I read this today, Ken. Third time on record. Third time that gun had live ammunition in it.
That particular
third time a gun on that set. No, third gun on set. I'll try and pull it up. You keep talking, I'll try and pull it up.
Stormtroopers have been safely shooting firearms in the movies for years. Stormtroopers, right? I mean, they have some.
Brandon Lee lasted till like the fucking hour and a half.
They just don't kill people. I mean, have you ever seen the movie Avatar?
Dude, I'll be honest.
If they could CGI some of the things they do these days, they could special effects firearms.
No, I'm telling you right. No. So first thing, Ken, 100% correct. 100% correct. Here's what we'll end on the funny note. I do a lot of my posters, whatever you want to call it, marketing on Reface. Yep. And I think I did I mentioned in a podcast probably like 6 months ago. I was like, the day these guys, and I should have fucking, do you know anyone that's like smart naps and shit? Because I was like, the day these guys take my wife's face and put her on a threesome with me, it's going to be amazing. I was jerking off 2 days ago, and guess what the fucking ad was before I fucking got to see my porn? Put your face on this. Put your wife. I was like, fuck yeah, $29 a month, sold, son. So we'll try and figure that out. By the way, Alec Baldwin. So that's what I'm saying is, twice it didn't. Obviously, no one was shot. Twice on set during the production. Oh fuck, I'm bad at this. They found live ammo in guns and had to be like, what the fuck? Poor guy, man. Can you imagine like trying to go to sleep at night knowing you fucking killed somebody accidentally with a gun? I'm not trying to fucking crucify anyone, man. Like, I'm not. Like, you know, I get audited at work. I get a fucking reprimand or a yelling at them. It's like, oh, it's an audit. Like, I didn't kill anyone, right? These motherfuckers, that's the third time they slipped up. I can slip up twice at work, man. But strike 3, you're out. I think it just begs the fucking question. Like, is this fucking real? Is this anti-corruption? Is this corruption? Are you trying to kill him, motherfucker? Also, Alec Baldwin didn't. He had nothing to do with that motherfucking shit. I guarantee that.
And he's a very staunch
He just likes to fuck, dude. I hope I'm that guy. Well, I'll never have that money, but I hope I'm that guy. Yeah, I was married to Kim Basinger. Now I fuck whoever the hell I want. That'd be cool. Right?
I know a few people like that.
I'm not divorced yet. But as soon as I am, dude, I can't fucking wait. I'm going to fuck whoever I want.
Whoa,
all right. No. He got it, people. Oh, I'm going to hear about this tomorrow. I'll get messages. Can't say that about your wife.
Look at that. Hey, that's what you're going to end up with.
I can't read that shit. What does that say?
It's
shit. It's like 9 kids?
No.
19 kids.
It's X's.
That's X's?
Yeah.
So show that again. Hold on. Let me just put you. I'm going to.
See it? Anya, Anya, Shannon, Lorraine, Marianne.
These are ex-wives.
Yeah.
Are you fucking with me?
I used to call them the ghost of pussy past.
Hold on. You married those people?
2 of them.
Okay, you just did like ex-girlfriends.
I just needed some. No, those are the ones that broke.
Fair enough. Yeah. That's where you thought you knew what love was and shit.
Yeah. We live and we learn. Right?
That happens, buddy. That happens, man. Tell you what else happens is that we're going to circle back around to the whole transgender thing because I was being pretty offensive and I want to keep it going because I think everybody knows where I stand and knows how I am about treating everyone equal and being pretty fucking cool about it. And using science and shit to prove it. But here's my thing. Hey, Ken, hear me out and see what you would think. I think 2 things, but the first one is, look, male to female is one thing. I think that's what I was saying earlier. The other is I can identify as anything. Okay? Fair enough. I can understand if you're a male that wants to identify as female wants to identify male, blah, blah, blah. And I can understand if you want to identify as this, and this. But any and every time I've asked if I could identify as a black person, that's an issue. That's a no-no. Oh, there's my sneezing. Oh, Jesus. There's my show. Gone and ruined. But it's always a no-no.
Edit, cut.
And I don't mean it to be a bad thing. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go all night with that. I'm going to have to fucking get a producer and an editor. But what I'm asking is, it just ends up getting crazy when you ask that. Oh, Jesus. I got to go. It got to be done. Next week. Tune in next week because I'm going to sneeze for 10 hours because I have allergies.